Yeah, finally. I was just sitting there waiting.
I held my breath.
That was the first time.
First time you've ever given me any goddamn respect at all on this fucking podcast. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the XYZ podcast. I'm your host, Dean Iyer. I don't know why I said host. We all host. Whatever. Shut the fuck up. I'm with... I knew it wouldn't last long.
I'm just enjoying that beautiful espresso you made.
You're hearing the old man voice of Harry Fox over here.
Should I say something?
No.
Okay.
And you're also listening to Mr. Christian Breaker.
I won't say anything either.
Good. This is now my podcast.
And
Taking
we got
over.
Mr. Dean Ira.
You guys are just sitting here listening to my bullshit.
I want to start on this. So, I've received fan mail.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No,
Really?
you didn't.
It's kind of a lie, but it's also true.
Did you write it yourself?
No. We have spoken about...
We haven't had a mail in fucking...
Yeah, no, it was a WhatsApp too.
Oh, nice.
So we have spoken about my buddy David in the past. He was my lieutenant in the army. Great guy. And he sent me 2 pieces of information which I wanted to share with you guys. Number one, he checked out our YouTube channel. So he has been listening to this podcast for quite a while, apparently. He's also been watching the YouTube channel and commented on, "Hey, Chris, only because it's en vogue as a comedian to be slightly fat, can you stop doing that?"
Oh.
What?
Oh.
His comment was you're too fat.
I'm
to be
too
on
fat
YouTube.
That's
for
your
YouTube.
fan mail?
Yeah, that was my fan mail.
I'm so
But-
sorry,
no, but
dude.
wait.
I like that he's like, but can you stop doing that?
Yeah, so like,
Is
fix
that
this.
how he said it?
Fix this, please. He said it in Swiss German. So the other piece of information I find much more interesting, and in no shape or form, I know that David means well. So the other piece of information comes off the back of our last product review when we were talking about the Unilever concoction of Axe Africa, Lynx Africa, and Marmite. And he sent me a video, which for the viewers on YouTube you will see now. He sent me a video of a ball cooler.
Oh, I've seen that. That thing's pretty cool. What's
Right?
it called? They had a specific name for it. It was like something like down under cooler.
Fresh something, I thought.
Tape pressure.
Ball freshener?
Bolt. I don't know what it was.
So, okay, this is the functionality is pretty simple. It's basically like, it looks like the tube of a vacuum with an attachment that you can put in your car where the aircon comes out, like where the fresh air comes out. You just chuck it on that and then guide the cool air in between your legs with that little hose that fits under your shorts. Now, I find it's fucking genius.
Sexy.
What were your thoughts when you've seen the air cooler, the ball cooler?
I'm gonna sound really either weebish or really smart right now, but there's a Japanese word called chindogu. I don't know if you guys have heard of it before. So chindogu is the definition of a useless invention, right? So there's a whole category of these things that somebody's invented and nobody's ever used for real. They're more like joke things. Like, for example, somebody designed a tie with pockets at one point.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Which, yeah, it seems like a great idea, but it's just never been adopted. And surprisingly, the selfie stick as well was considered a chindogu.
Oh,
But
they should have a
people-
chat with my girlfriend.
Right? And one of the funniest ones was the guy had a helmet with the toilet paper dispenser. So there's a whole toilet roll on his head that he can just, take toilet paper from.
Is that the helmet you would wear after you were wearing the helmet with the 2 cans of beer?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I would say that this ball cooler fits under that category.
Well, okay, let me ask you this question then. In summer, especially this summer, which was, I think, a particularly hot summer for Swiss terms, or it's just a planet that's on fire.
Yeah.
Do you get sweaty balls often? Like, do you get annoyingly sweaty balls?
Even right now.
Well,
Right?
I mean, See, one thing is, I think
Harry
maybe,
doesn't want to disclose because he still thinks there is a fan base that might be interested in his balls eventually.
no, I will reveal. I don't get particularly sweaty balls.
You don't?
No.
Not between your legs.
Except when I'm going at it.
Fair
that's-
enough.
That's when the sweat begins.
I'm glad.
But and a lot of sweat then, like just
Oh, it all comes out at
rivers
once?
just coming off my head. The whole like I'm lathered up like an otter,
You're like a
like
you're like a wet carrot.
exactly.
Oh God.
and the best kind of carrot. No, I mean, maybe your friend is telling you that the first instruction he gave you will help you prevent the second. Like maybe it's the additional meat,
It's the additional
around
weight.
the thighs.
Yeah. I can tell you what, like walking for me these days is like I might actually cause a spontaneous fire. It's
Because of the friction between
the
your
friction,
legs.
yeah.
between the cheeks.
No, between my thighs.
But it's no secret as well that your testiculars hang low.
That is a rumor that I have put in the world.
Okay, yeah, you spread
Thousands
it far
of people
and
in
thick.
Zurich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
The-
the answer is probably some Kegels. They'll pull them back up again. But here's the thing about the product is that I have there's a lot going on there for me. Like one thing, so it's this tube that blows fan air
Yeah.
up your shorts, and you have it there discreetly next to your junk. You want a reverse mode, don't you? You want it also to be able to suck sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
I mean that.
Yeah,
that
then you can like spread the smell throughout the car, like an internal.
Dick smell.
You want to actually
What do you want to jet it out the side of the car?
No, the term is product market fit. You want something gently giving you a blowjob, like sucking on your dick, and that is where these guys launch a product, no one buys it, but then they go, now
There's the reverse
Ball
attachment.
Cooler Pro can reverse
It comes with a flashlight.
I think there's a lot of safety issues around this, Harry. Unfortunately, I'm all for a blowjob while driving, but please be safe out there.
What are you saying? Use belts?
I would say it's ladies' responsibility if you are giving a man a blowjob, or men, whoever is the passenger seat, giving someone a blowjob while driving. It's your responsibility to make sure that they're driving safely. So in other words, put your head underneath the seatbelt.
and no finger up the ass.
No, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Just don't be
Yeah,
too
that's-
distracted.
No surprises, no biting.
Okay.
I think that's quite important.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just stay away from anything that makes them squirm.
Maybe doing it in a Tesla. Maybe this is why Tesla was invented. So Elon Musk could, receive,
Why the Tesla though?
because it's self-driving.
But I feel actually that this product, they're marketing it at men, but really they should be marketing it at women.
That's the thing. It could
Like,
be for any form of foldable skin inside
Yeah.
some tight clothing.
Like sometimes you need that vajayjay cooling off.
Yeah, you know what? Even a bigger problem is when somebody is too overweight, like myself, and they got those fat rolls. Then underneath the fat rolls, that's like a little hidden ravine of bacteria.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had underboob sweat recently.
Harry doesn't look like he knows what he's talking about.
No.
Not
No.
of bacteria.
This little
no.
stick over here is like, what?
It's
Little beanstalk.
Little beanstalk boy. Let the real man over here talk about
Yeah.
how fat rolls got.
the real.
You know what?
Like, how is it that the oldest
Uh,
guy who should be the fattest is like? How
Dean,
is
I
this-
think we should start a rugby career, you and I.
Yeah, dude.
Just like be
We can use Harry as the
real
ball.
men.
He is leathery enough.
Might be easy enough to carry.
God damn. That's funny. But listen, this has been fun. Not as fun as the 16th of September at the Comedy House. Why is it going to be
Goddamn.
more fun that day than now?
It's a live show.
A live show.
It's a live show.
What kind of live show?
Well, it is a combination of two shows, actually.
What?
It is this little podcast doing a live show plus
it is the Comedy Clinic, and we are joined by the amazing Teddy Hall, who's been on this show.
friend of the
Teddy.
show.
And we've also got Anna Maria Ava, who is a comedian from the UK who's moved over here and is new in town. So they're going to be helping us solve problems in the first half. We're going to solve your problems.
And your problems.
You have problems. Dean has problems. We're going to fix those problems.
Lots. We're going to use our problems to solve your problems.
Exactly. We
With our-
understand problems.
We're basically solving problems.
What kind of problems would you want fixed?
I got a ton of problems, but all of those problems have led to my comedy career. You know, the trauma, the child neglect. Shout out to my mom.
Is it the career that you're calling it now?
Wow. You see, this is Christian's problem of having a small penis.
But you could also have more mundane problems. Like every time you start a podcast, you hear this boomer sighing next to you.
Exactly.
How do you solve that problem?
Oh, that's an easy one. You just cut his mic off. I think.
Shoot the boomers.
I mean, there's various levels of solution you can adopt.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
The boomers are solving it. Yeah,
The boomers have caused all the problems. I'll tell you that. It's just another one I have to deal with.
But it's going to be fucking great. I'm looking forward to it. It's
It's gonna be a good
fun show.
Tickets are selling fast.
Actually, they did.
They are.
We
Yeah.
got off to a roaring start. Like, and you know, we know what you people are like. You freaking don't plan your life.
This is why.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, this is why we're plugging the show now at the beginning of the podcast before we lose all our listeners.
Exactly. And yeah, so get the fuck there, or we'll find
It's
you. We
gonna
will
be-
find you.
It's going to be at our regular spot called Comedy House. Super excited. It's a bar there. You can get shit-faced
Yeah.
before, during, after. Come along.
Find tickets on our Instagram at the XYZ podcast. Share it with your friends. Share it with your stories. We're going to still give out tickets for the people who actually share it because nobody has yet.
and I think we need a special prize. Like, if anyone can name the make of vehicle on Dean's back, Dean will give you a free blowjob.
The make a vehicle. Oh, yeah. On my lower back tattoo.
Dean will give you his best blowjob.
I will.
Effort.
Exactly.
That's unmissable.
Unmissable.
We're great at marketing, guys.
We're just promising free sex.
We're
pretty
just
much.
trying to remind, like, we need validation. I'm desperate. Please come. Okay. Actually, I'm a bit worried at the moment because
About what?
I've got 4 fucking shows coming up.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're promoting all of them.
Can I promote all of them?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. We're
course.
promoting the most important one on the
We'll
show.
promote the most important one.
Which one's that?
The
Comedy Gala.
Of course it is. 29th of September at Folks House.
God.
Um,
We're not doing plugs now.
No, look. Here's what's happening. Okay, I've got. There's kind of an announcement. So
Why are you announcing this?
we got 4 shows coming up. Next week's clean comedy show on
Don't go.
Thursday. It's going to be super fun. Clean comedy, fresh.
Boring.
We're going to punish comedians that swear. The week after, the night before the live show,
Save your money for the night
we're
after.
starting something new. Something. Shut up, Dean. This is the wonderful Faris Osman and friends.
Hey.
We're going to be doing a show at Abritus, and this is something new. It's called the In Your Face Comedy Show. Very simple. We're giving local comedians longer spots. Faris is going to do 20 minutes of his comedy.
What?
We got the wonderful Ivan Semashev's doing 15. We got 4 comedians in the first half doing longer sets. This is for you to really see what local comedians are capable of, and to give local comedians a chance to develop and grow, and that we can all be happy together. So support your local comedians. It's like buying from your local farm.
Like buying from your local drug dealer.
Exactly.
Harry,
Support your local
there
dealer.
there was a weird moment in your plug where it sounded like you're grooming people, but then
I
again,
was getting a bit groomy, it's true. And then we got the live show, the big one, the epic one
the
on the
epic one,
16th.
The only one that matters.
And then In Your Face is back at Darley's on Sunday. So if you want to see me completely fucking dead, come to that show.
That's gonna be a fucking great week, I must say.
It's comedy everywhere. It's good time because it's the end of the summer. You know, it's the time where this is the perfect time of year because everyone
Yeah.
gets miserable again.
Come back to see live comedy.
Depression starts again. You need comedy.
And if you find yourself single for the winter, you could maybe find a winter boyfriend at one of the shows.
Absolutely.
Or if failing that, adopt a comedian. There's always
There's always Harry who's ready and down for anything.
There's others.
Yeah.
We got a wide range and selection.
There's others. There's a lot of people that need
Very-
some love.
Very desperate, broken people.
Mm-hmm.
Eva.
Yeah, it's good entertainment. It's better than
Well.
Netflix for the winter.
Yeah, agreed. And self-flatulation.
Yeah. Okay. Have we?
We've
enough?
plugged all the holes.
Now that we've wasted everyone's time.
Yeah, but they normally get to listen to this shit at the end. Let's stick it in your face.
Nice one.
Yes.
You staying on brand, on message, Harry.
On message.
Again, Unilever should hire us. If you had to choose any brand in the world, going back to the Axe mission, if you had to choose any two brands in the world that should do a collab, which ones should they be?
Nestle and Greenpeace.
Nestle and Greenpeace. What would it be though? It must be a product. It's something that you can buy at a kiosk. You know, like
They can start selling oxygen.
I think
dude, they do.
No, they don't.
Okay,
that's
wait.
already a thing.
No.
That is a thing.
It is.
No, it's not.
Oh
It is.
yes, it is.
It
I went.
is.
I give up.
I'm this is how Swiss I am. I went summer skiing a few years ago on a glacier because they still existed at the time. And I went with my little brother. My little brother was a heavy smoker at the time. Now, you go up to like 3,500 meters. That's like close to Matterhorn, that place. And as we arrive up there, so it's the middle of summer, right? So we're driving from Bern up to Zermatt and then straight up the hill to go skiing. The oxygen levels up there are low.
Yeah.
And everyone knows this. It's like, okay, it fucks a bit with your head. Some people get nauseous. Mostly people get tired really quickly.
Sure.
So we're skiing for, let's say, an hour and a half max. We start at 9 a.m., which is late for Swiss people to start skiing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. 1.5 hours in, we go like, we should probably go for a coffee. We're a bit pooped.
Yeah.
My little brother falls asleep immediately. As we hit the restaurant, sitting at the table, douche, out. Just out cold, just asleep. And then this lady walks past us and goes like, he should probably get some oxygen. And I literally thought she was joking. They had oxygen in cans the size of Coke cans. No fucking joke. With like a little breather situation that you can put
Nice.
on your mouth.
Yeah, okay.
It's just like, fresh oxygen, wakes him up.
Shit,
Nice.
dude. Do you feel good?
$10. $10 for air, ladies and gentlemen, for the
Wow.
size of a Coke can.
But I mean, like, it's supply and demand. Like, people need...
Well, up there is not a
Up
lot,
there.
yeah.
So they're kind of just testing the waters for when...
Cornered the market.
Yeah, right? They're testing the waters for when the world starts to fuck up.
So you could take this to a whole different level. Do you remember Fiji water?
No.
The Fiji water, it was this craze when people would buy bottled water from Fiji all over the world.
Okay.
It's super dumb. Completely.
Tap water.
It wasn't tap water. It was actually shitty water, but it was sold as like super good for you or whatever.
Okay.
And they sold it for like $7, like just a bottle of water all over the world.
That's crazy.
And it fucking nuts, right? And they literally flew that water out of Fiji, which is the
Like,
dumbest.
well, at least it's from Fiji.
Everyone else just puts it in the local tap water. Like
It's so fucking retarded. And then I'm just thinking, like, what oxygen would we sell? Like, if we would have to have, because they do it with wine too, right? So wine comes like from France,
Napa
from
Valley
Napa
or-
Valley, all
yeah.
that sort of bullshit. So what do we do with oxygen? It's like Arctic oxygen.
Yeah, dude, you could really get some flavors going. This is where Axe could get involved,
I got another.
It's African oxygen.
I got another
Smells
collab
like
for you.
burnt tires.
Apropos burnt tires, perfect segue. Harley Davidson and Fleshlight. That is a combination that needs to happen.
Why am I not surprised?
That is very, wow. You just tick all the boxes of your age.
But
That
But-
and his issues.
so Fleshlight speaks to all generations. Harley Davidson, they're in this desperate condition because they failed to get on various bandwagons and stuck with these motorbikes that only one generation ever wanted, and that generation is
It's
dying.
dead now.
Yeah. So Harley desperately needs to reinvent.
So now they go for bankers, basically.
So much they could do. The Harley Fleshlight. Like, imagine an e-scooter
anti-vibration, the irregularity of a shitty combustion engine.
Everyone can hear. You're proud to have your dick in that fleshlight. Like everyone on the street stops to take a look.
When you pull it out, does it have oil stains on it?
You can do. You can have that. That's a product feature. That's something you pay extra for.
I just have this image of a flashlight with a little V2 engine up the front, just to give it the right vibrations.
Yeah, and it's really like, I don't know. How would you pitch this product, Dean?
I would say that you're having a very lonely midlife crisis, Harry.
Don't make it about me. You asked me to do
But
product
you
collabs.
came up with the Harley Davidson flashlight.
These guys from fucking Lynx came up with the Africa Marmite.
Yeah, but this is a product that you would use, right?
What?
I actually,
Africa Marmite.
all right.
No, the flashlight motorbike.
I actually have never used a flashlight. I've used another product from Tenga. I've tried
What the
it.
fuck is that?
Tenga do the eggs. You know the Tenga eggs, for example? Tenga is this Japanese company. I don't know if they're even Japanese. They just have a Japanese sounding name. they
Wait.
Wait, what was it called? It was called Jenga.
No, Tenga.
Oh, okay.
Tenga. And they sell a range of adult toys for men.
How would they do that in a Japanese accent?
And I'm not doing a Japanese accent on this, but
I'm just trying to segue this.
but so you'll just let me finish this story because you want to know. Like you got the
I'm so happy when you
the
finish,
Tenga
Harry.
egg. The Tenga egg is like a one-use thing. It looks in the shape of an egg. Someone actually got me some of these for my birthday. So it's a one-use thing. It's like this kind of tube that goes down your dick. And then they've got the Tenga flip hole.
What the?
And if you've got to see the video for the Tenga flip hole on YouTube, because these guys do it like an Apple product.
Oh, for real?
They really went, and there's no shame. It's just like product features, like inside, and they've got this design inside where they have all kinds of different ribs and shapes and whatever.
Yeah.
And
But it's a masturbator. That's what it is.
yeah, and I put my dick in that once. I couldn't last more than 10 seconds. It's insane. It's pure. It's like, wow, that's fucking ridiculous. like that's
Okay.
too much pleasure all at once. You don't need that much stimulation.
Coming from you, that's wow.
Yeah, because
But you can throw it away afterwards, right? So you don't have that awkward thing that people have with flashlights.
no, the flip hole is you wash it out. So
Oh.
it's got. The point is, it's like it flips open, and then you can.
And then you have to
properly-
look at the product.
You can look at your own
Ugh.
jizz and then wash it with a toothbrush.
I feel sick.
Oh, stop being such a pussy, man. Come on, everyone's sticking their dick in things these days. We got real dolls.
That's
we
fair
got-
enough.
Live
Okay.
a little. Live a little.
So much for the collaborations.
All right.
I
Dean.
feel sick.
You feel sick. Yeah, but I mean, what are you guys? You're kind of.
We got partners.
So you use them as your flashlights? Is that you
Yeah,
have?
because we
So
objectify.
basically what Dean just said is like our partners are cum dumpsters.
Yeah.
Hey, if they self-identify as cum dumpster, I will respect that.
I think I'm pro women getting their men to wash out their vaginas for them after
Oh, you don't
use.
clean up?
After use.
You clean up.
Yeah, every time. I get a douche, I wash it out for them, you know.
Can I tell you something incredibly vulnerable, or maybe FYI, like too much TMI? After I'm done, every time I go clean up on aisle, and then insert name of person.
That is fantastic. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is great.
Clean up on aisle Christian, and then get some toilet paper, wipe
Or-
it off their belly.
or your exes listening to this podcast just had a moment that was
It's like,
synchronized.
wait, he did that to everyone else? I thought I was special.
Exactly. Thought that was he used that only for me.
It's one of the more childish things I do.
Okay.
You know, it's a great realization over time when you realize that no one was actually that special. Not even you yourself.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's just
You're lying to yourself if you
yeah,
think
it's just
you're
like no, it's just one one of lined up in a chain of
Yeah.
regret.
And I always know that, like, if an ex tells you, "Oh, you were the best," or "You had the biggest," I know it's a fucking lie.
Oh yeah, man.
You're just trying to get something out of me again.
Yeah.
You cum dumpster. Shout out to no.
I just love that word. It's so deplorable.
Yeah, I in New York about 3 years ago at a Halloween party, there was a woman who dressed as a cum dumpster.
What was that look?
Describe the costume.
Yes,
Yeah,
I need
so-
to have an image here.
Around her torso was like a construction of a cardboard dumpster, essentially.
Right.
And then like she was wearing like a skirt, which was black, so you couldn't really see her legs or anything. And then the lid of the dumpster was like folded back, as if it was like an open dumpster.
Sure.
She was inside it, right in the middle, and then up to like her chest was just toilet paper, pretty much like.
Oh, nice.
Toilet paper.
Hey,
Right.
she went with 2 costumes at once.
What's that?
If you light those toilet papers on fire, she's a dumpster fire.
She could be she could be a cum dumpster fire.
Nice. Yeah.
If there isn't anything more beautiful in the world, is that the representation of the American political system is just a dumpster fire.
Well said, Dean.
Thank you. It's a convoluted way of saying shit.
Oh, fuck me.
Can you say that in an accent?
Oh, there we go. Thank you, Harry. Thank you for giving me this little segue. Okay, guys, listen. I got a gripe, right?
A gripe.
A gripe. Depends on the way you
Gripe
say it in
is
your
the
accent.
German
Really?
kind of grief.
Should I say it like gripe?
Greifensee.
I got a thing about accents, and I want to kind of get it out there, right? Where is the line? I think we should also change the podcast name to "Where's the Line," right? Because where is the line that I am not allowed to do something, or people start to regard it as strange? Why is it that I can't do this in an Indian accent, but I can do it in a full Scottish accent?
That's a very good question.
Here's the thing, and there's a bit of a debate, especially amongst the comedians, because like the second you do an accent on stage or something, and I love accents. I love doing all various kinds of accents. You know, I am a white person, and I know we don't have any authority from any person of color on this podcast. Not because we didn't try, but nobody wants to come on the podcast. So we have no real like authority or backing or an argument against, or maybe you guys have one. But my stand is that everyone should be able to do any accent they want to. Any thoughts so far? Or can I just carry on digging a hole for myself?
I'm just thinking, is it also, are there some racial groups that never make accents
But define never making an accent.
of other racial groups?
I think they all do, no? But, I mean, unless they don't have an understanding of the language, maybe. Like, I guess, have I ever heard a
I mean-
Chinese person making fun of a white person or an American accent or something?
I'd like to hear a Chinese person doing an Italian. That would
Right? That'd
would
be
be-
Oh,
hilarious.
that's fantastic.
But okay, but like let's define this a bit. Is doing accents about race or culture?
So that to me is fascinating because even within white culture, there is is there such a thing? Even within
No, but there is as a
okay,
Anglo,
let's
yeah.
just go to Anglo. You have a variety of accents, and Britain is fascinating when it comes to accents. Because
conglomerate.
there is so many. There is so many accents.
It's
in-
lovely.
It's
It's lovely in England.
It's like even in the city of London, you identify where you're from by the
Yeah.
accent that you have.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think accents are hugely localized, and in Switzerland, we have an accent pretty much every 5 meters. It's just completely changing. Like
it's how you tell who you're not supposed to fuck.
or
avoids
who
incest.
you should fuck because then
Yeah.
suddenly the accent changes and go like, oh, fresh blood. So
Yeah.
it's
The gene pool expanding a bit.
Maybe that's one thing for regional accents. It's an evolutionary defense against incest.
I
so-
do like that theory.
So they had blind people in mind. So you go by an audio cue immediately.
Because here's the thing, like, yeah, where you were going with this, Christian, is that like as the Anglo or white people culture, which doesn't exist, is a huge variety of accents, and none of these cultures are mine essentially. But it's totally free range for me to fucking go, oh my god, I'm from the valley, but
Okay, let me finish the thought there. So usually an accent is heavily localized, so it is about identity.
mm-hmm.
So automatically it becomes contagious if someone else appropriates that entity.
Sure.
It doesn't really matter what it is, but it's always a question of in what spirit is it done. And the Valley Girl accent is tremendously hack by now.
Sure, but I guess it's also not exactly a compliment to Valley girls out there, also as well known as basic white bitches.
Yeah.
So then, therefore, am I still allowed to do that accent? Why is it that I can? Essentially, no one will have a problem, but doing an Indian accent, for example.
But the Indian is soon they will be very powerful people. They will be more wealthy than us.
Thank you for joining me on this.
Why are we not?
That was terrible.
I know I lost.
Are you
it
guys
there.
not comfortable with accents?
That's horrifying.
I'm shit at most accents. I can do a few. What accents you got? Let's find out what accents you got.
Because look,
Let's do a round of accents.
maybe let's
high
have the
speed.
argument first before we.
No, let's interject it before we, because it must be boring.
Should we really put ourselves in the fire and then dig our way out of it by the end of the podcast?
Yeah, I mean, but
So we get them all out there.
The thing is-
love you long time and stuff.
Asian. Do a Chinese accent.
I don't know how to do a Chinese accent.
I can
to
do
be
it.
honest.
Deola, like
Yeah, but isn't that yeah? Why is it that you can say Swati Ka, but not? I don't know. Love me long time.
Ni hao.
because one of them implies.
No, I'm just the love you long time thing.
I
It's
understand.
been well established that it's from a movie, but
Yeah.
Plus, it's about prostitution,
yes.
which implies
And
Like
Sawadee
it-
Ka is basically
like
hi.
But also, Thailand has a incredibly high percentage of sex workers there.
Yeah, but whose
yeah.
fault is that?
Yeah, but you don't. The thing is, like, when people. One thing I think there is you got the accent, but then you got the phrase.
Yeah, but it comes
when
from-
the phrase becomes identified with your national identity.
But if I say "love you long time," you guys know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
100%. And that's not a good thing.
It's not an accent, though.
No, that's just a turn of phrase now.
Yeah.
It's a turn of phrase that comes from Full Metal Jacket. But here's the thing. It's always the spirit that it is being used in. So,
But this your argument falls flat right there. The spirit, I'm using the Valley Girl against that form of culture.
No, but there's other aspects of that. There's like the hierarchy of, the hierarchy of who's better in the racial
I knew
hierarchy.
this was coming.
And so you're allowed to shit on some people. I think the line could be
well, is that the
for-
punching
for
up
us-
argument?
For us, it could be Mexicans. Mexicans could be the line. You can kind of do a Mexican, but you got to do it. You got to
Are
do
you-
something smart.
Why are you defining a barrier for the Mexicans? You sound like
No, I
some
think- I
orange
think that's-
Cheeto
That's
out there.
the most third world you can get with your accent.
The most third world is Mexico for you.
No. That you're allowed to do an accent of as a
There is
white
so
person.
much about this is now incredibly problematic already.
It's like,
But this is what I love.
The use of third world already is just like, what?
No, but I'm not using it.
Global South. This is what we're going with.
Just chill the fuck out for a second,
Fucking hell.
Captain Righteous. We're actually getting to something interesting here.
Do that in a Mexican accent.
So,
Hey, gringo, fuck you,
Hey.
I say.
go eat some tacos, you fucking gringo piece of shit. I went Italian. I don't know. I suck at accents. I can do a New Jersey Italian. Hey, Christian, you're
Hey.
a fucking pussy. Why you fucking go? You have to immediately take it to some fucking woke third world.
Thank
Look,
you,
I
Robert
was-
De Niro.
I was using the term third world to identify a concept. It's a simple thing. As a white person, you get to shit on other first world nations, but if there's poverty,
I love how you give up
If
on
there's
the accent.
poverty,
if there's any level of poverty or a
you
feeling,
can't stop. You have
But
to
wait,
stop.
in that case, we should never make jokes about Americans.
You know where I'm from, then, right? As well.
Oh wait, I keep forgetting. Oh, you are African.
Yeah, exactly. But then if there's poverty,
there is a implied hierarchy that's there, and it is a racist hierarchy that you can't.
I
In a
would
way,
say
it's
it's cultural.
racist that you can't. Like what's an accent? Like I don't know, somewhere from someone black from Kenya.
we always make fun of the president, who has a very thick black
in
accent.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Would that be regarded as racist?
No, because he's a fucking idiot, and the entire country agrees.
Okay, let's ask this question. What's an accent that you'd feel uncomfortable doing?
I see. This is the thing. Deep down, I don't feel uncomfortable doing any accent.
Okay, well, or what's one where you'd be like, okay, this is going to get me in trouble?
A lot.
Okay,
know,
what's one, for example?
My line used to
give
be
me,
like,
give me an
I
example.
could do Indian accents free willy.
Yeah, okay.
I thought for my sake, because I grew up next to and with a large Indian culture, and we would do that accent with each other.
But
In fact, I would with my best friend Nadim as a child, I adopted his accent for a bit, especially around him and his family. It was almost like a sign of respect.
Oh fuck!
But
All right,
but
I'm very guilty of this.
But the thing is, wait, because India, it's like a thing of who's oppressed who. So you shouldn't be doing an Indian accent.
But this is coming from
a
England.
white nation. Yeah, but you're a white person,
No,
so you get tossed in the whole thing.
but that's bullshit. Though.
Like,
What are your color pronouns?
But that's
You
the thing.
fuckhead.
I'm not allowed to even go into that topic of what are my color pronouns.
exactly,
which
because we
doesn't
live in
exist until
live
now.
in a retarded world where everything is just like, oh, you're white, so therefore
But I'm South
these
African,
rules apply.
right?
Yeah.
And then immediately I get
Yeah,
that
but-
other stigma of
But
apartheid.
the moment you said,
Which
but,
isn't-
the moment you said, but I'm, someone's already, whatever, you're white.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to hear your shit.
But as South African,
No, wait. Okay, South African is interesting because there is also, even within white nations in South Africa, there is a hierarchy, and you're not a boer. So You're not-
I've used an accent to mock the Boer more than any culture in the world.
yes,
And you're allowed to do it because it comes to punching up and punching
no,
down.
no,
doesn't it?
punching the
No,
fuckhead
come on, dude.
basically.
Yeah, punching the fucking idiot of the culture. So what? So what are you saying? If I mock the president of South Africa in a black accent, I'm punching down?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you. But maybe what if you do it as a generalization of
But this is like a cultural
Like-
stigmatization or a generalization. Love me long time.
like a Johannesburg accent of someone who's black?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a billion different versions of that because it also involves education levels, cultural backgrounds, and then their accents change even in that.
You don't even need to start with the accent. Just start with the language because there's about what 7,
11
8? 11.
official ones.
Okay, so and then there's the ones that are not even recognized.
Exactly.
So
And then there's educational levels inside those accents and those cultures and those languages. And then it becomes regional. So Joburg has a different accent to Cape Town.
But here's an interesting angle. Eddie Murphy did whiteface in various movies, like Coming to America. He plays a Jew. He has a mask on of the face. You know, in Coming to America, that movie.
What did he
Yeah.
do with his nose?
Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So he's wearing this rubber mask. He did whiteface. No one has ever
But he
called...
did Jew face.
And Jewish people could get upset about it. It's amazing scene in the barbershop where he plays all like 8 characters in the
Yeah,
room.
I've seen this. Yeah.
And he's playing a white
Legendary.
guy, and that's fine.
But that's a completely different argument, though.
Yeah, but isn't it about power dynamics and this whole notion of
of
punching
course
up,
it is
punching
because
down?
it's also a piss take about how the film industry fucked that one up in the past. It's like, oh yeah, The Last Samurai is obviously Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
The Great Wall is obviously Matt Damon.
Yeah, and
what the fuck?
the ghost. What's that with Scarlett Johansson? The
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Oh.
shit.
Yeah.
When they made James Bond Chinese once. Did you see this?
How
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
dare they
Sean
appropriate our
Connery,
culture.
they yellowed up his skin.
It wasn't he Fu Manchu or something.
This is something super fucked up.
Fu Manchu was that was another.
Oh, fuck me.
But the thing is, I mean, okay, so there's this
Hold
power
up.
dynamic. Where is the line? I'm saying that for a white European, Mexico is the line. You can kind of get away with a Mexican accent.
No, you clearly can't, because Top Gear has proven that that's a misconception.
Really?
Don't you remember when old mate fat bastard dumb cunt was shitting on Mexico for not being able to build a car?
No, I don't.
You
I
have
missed
never
it.
heard
Did
of
he-
this.
what did he say?
Okay, so
Do it in an accent.
there was a Mexican company. It was worse than an accent. There was a Mexican company that built a supercar, and Top Gear obviously went and drove it, and Jeremy Clarkson was the one reviewing the car, and he shat on that car for I think a solid 20 minutes. It's like the shittest car that's ever been built. Blah blah blah. A Mexican should stuff. And then he started using a lot of like cliches and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you lazy fucks didn't even
Yeah.
weren't even able to close the doors and shit. And then
Wow.
Top Gear got sued by the Mexican government.
Really?
But the thing is okay. So they're the problem is what they because they're just playing all kinds of projects. What if you do in a Mexican accent a product review of this glass of wine? You know, like this bottle of wine.
Or,
Like,
or
is that problematic? If you go like, hey, compadre, yeah, I can't do
Compadre.
You can do a Mexican
Compadre. Really?
Yeah, you can't go with
Wow.
compadre. You can't use anything.
you really are shit at accents.
I am shit. I'm shit at a Mexican accent.
I do. Thank you for trying though.
But I mean, if you try and do
Christian's feeling
a
very
Mexican
uncomfortable.
product review,
But
like-
look at the way Justin
You
Bieber.
have no idea how guilty I am of this. Okay, so my partner is Cambodian, as has been established previously. Her mom
come on, do it.
doesn't
Give
Oh,
us. Come
yeah,
on, do it, Mum.
we will go there. Her mom doesn't speak German fluently.
Yeah.
She speaks German with a lot of accent. Now, there is a thing in Southeast Asian languages that you do not use all the letters in a word,
Oh yeah.
especially when the word is at the end of a sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a follow up
Christian,
story on that. But keep going.
Okay. So
Christian.
there, we were talking about. This is a tragic story. We were talking about the Red Cross because they helped them escape Cambodia at the time.
Okay.
Words in most Southeast Asian languages don't end on S. So it's just Red Crow. That's what it is. And my partner would always point it out. It's like, no, it's Red Cross.
Yeah.
And she would just go like, just like,
That's where all the S's are.
Oh,
where they go.
nice.
Now we know. They save him up for later.
Save him up for better use.
oh man. It's a wild ride. And my partner and I have now started behind her back talking like her.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
I gotta
No, it's fucked up because it happened.
He's doing.
So wait, we had a dinner party where the whole family was there. So like her mom, dad, her brother, and their children, and all that sort of stuff. There was like a dozen people there. My partner and I, in the kitchen, started talking like her mom
Yeah.
without realizing that she was
Oh,
standing right
no.
there.
Ah.
But she didn't clock it.
So those impressions were that good.
Well, for her, it was just like, that's how people talk.
That's
Yeah,
You
yeah.
fucking idiots.
I got a similar one. There was a guy I used to work with who's from Vietnam, a lovely guy, and very conscientious about the way he worked. He was a very smart guy as well. Software development. So we're working in a team, and we're having like a kind of software development team discussion, and we're talking about some bug, and he jumps into the conversation, and it's again this removing the word. He goes, "Yeah, I fixed the bug."
Yep.
And
Yep.
that I fix it,
Yeah.
and
He
And-
fucked it in
and
German
that
translation.
just became from then on the
You
whole
just ficked
team
the bug.
ficked bugs.
nice.
Yep.
Dude.
For those not aware of German, ficken is fucking in German, and fix when you cut the yeah. Explain that. Explained it. Explained it.
Explained it, mansplained it. Justin Bieber got into a lot of trouble for singing the song Despacito in a club once.
What?
This is also part of my segment of talking celebrity trash, which I absolutely love doing.
Okay,
It brings
Justin,
real
But wait,
value.
why would he get in trouble for that?
What he was doing during Despacito, because he doesn't know the words, he'd be like, something, burrito, humana taco.
Yes.
That's how he was singing Despacito.
Oh, he was fucking up the words.
Because he didn't know the actual lyrics. So you
Yeah,
just started
of course
throwing in.
No. North American doesn't speak another language.
But how
No.
many other words rhyme with end in O?
Right? Despacito, burrito.
Yeah, it's calling
That's-
out.
Go on.
That's all I could do.
Despacito.
It rhymes perfectly.
Cheeto
The president is a cheater. Could have done that, Justin.
is this
This is a hard one.
Yeah, it's going to burrito. It's
Yeah, you have to.
there's no way around it.
But that's now, I guess he didn't even do an accent.
No, that was worse.
And Jesus Christ,
That
this-
was that's just being incredibly stupid.
Yeah, dumb as shit, especially as a celebrity.
No, I'm going the total opposite way. Which fucking moron called? I mean, I don't like Justin Bieber, but who's got the time and energy? It's actually I know exactly. It's some cunt reporter who thought, "Oh, nice, I got
Finally.
it. Let me get some clicks off Justin Bieber being a racist." Who gives a fuck? Like that's
lot of
so.
people.
No, they don't.
No, but you know what I mean. Click.
Nobody really does. I don't think anyone there was in the least bit.
But hang
offended.
on, Harry. I want to get some clarity here. I want to get some defined results from this discussion
Really?
for once in our life.
Really?
Yeah, actual data we can use as an argument as to why I can't do an accent on stage. And like one of the prime examples I have, and I did try this on stage, to mixed reactions, was a joke about going to go and stay over at my ex-girlfriend's house, her mom was Korean, right? And what happens is she would do me a great, I'm not going to do the bit obviously, but she did me a huge favor of doing some laundry for me every now and then.
Right,
Like
yeah.
if I had left some clothes there, she'd wash my clothes. But I found out that she separated my clothes from the family's clothes.
Yes, because you're a stinky white man.
Because I'm a stinky white man. And the punchline was said in a Korean accent.
Sure.
So you get the
Yes.
the dichotomy there, the juxtaposition.
And did you get shit for that?
Once or twice. I also got shit for the nickname I gave my ex-partner, Noodle.
Well, I think I have a solution for you. I can't tell you where the line is.
I need to know.
I think.
Is it a
do you
final
wanna-
solution?
No, do you want a solution?
Tell me.
Is whenever you're using, because the thing is, what you're talking about, you've got an accent and some kind of object or stereotype, like a noodle. You go noodle or whatever you say.
That's not how I did it.
Nope.
but okay.
Don't do that in an Asian accent. Do it in.
I never did it in Asian.
Or
accent.
yeah, but let's just imagine. I'm taking that as an example.
Okay.
Like let's do it in like a Scottish accent. Like anything where you want to do an Asian person and the things you're going to say, like if Justin Bieber had been going Despacito,
Do having a little
burrito.
That would have been funny.
They no way they could have called him on that shit. You
But
see?
isn't now like because you're English, doing a Scottish accent? Isn't that a little bit dangerous?
Well, for one thing, Dean, the Scots aren't fucking pussies. They're fucking tough men. They can take it.
Are you gonna make it
They can
masculine?
fucking take
You're
it.
gonna make this whole argument
They're like,
about
we're
masculinity.
fucking when your accent and me, it'll be shite, but we can take an accent. There's no one in Scotland who gives a fuck.
I also,
I mean, there probably is, but
yeah,
There-
you're gonna get stabbed.
There
at
is
some
a
point.
there is a line that's being used in television quite a bunch or in movies when it comes to accents. All the bad people in Second World War movies have extremely
Oh.
British accents.
Yeah, because they are the villains of historical
proportions.
As a half German, I am deeply offended every time I hear someone going,
Oh, I can imagine.
Achtung, Achtung.
It sounds
And you're
horrifying.
like, all the Americans trying to do German is
It
so
was great
the worst.
when Tom Cruise did Valkyrie, and he starts off the movie by speaking horrendous German. Do you remember this? The first
yeah.
scene, he's writing something down. Also, on this note, Stauffenberg was a fucking Nazi. So, whenever they have to portray a bad person, they did it in Star Wars too. All the bad cunts in Star Wars speak very proper English.
Yeah, but this is also like a historical thing where, during kind of like let's say there's a war happening, economic powers versus each other back during the war times. Say propaganda also lent towards this, so it was like a means to highlight who the common enemy was. This is where like there's a common depiction of villains being Chinese, for example,
True.
or being more Muslim, like bearded and got a scar on their face, like they've and then both sides of the fence, where like North Korea's propaganda is the evil white man. You can see it depicted in any kind of media that they produce.
True. A lot of prejudices and stereotypes came from wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So here's my conclusion. I think America should not be allowed to do any accents. Just America and Americans have to stop.
And everyone else is allowed.
Everyone else
it's
is
a free
allowed.
for all.
We can do anyone's accents, including Americans.
Can you do an American accent? Which
Which one?
hit me like okay,
I got
Florida.
I got goddamn Texas in my back pocket right here.
Okay, let's go to Florida.
I can't do Florida. Yeehaw!
No, Florida.
No, Florida is not even an accent. It's just a rat-tat-tat of an
more
M16.
more of a lifestyle. Rat-tat-tat-tat. Boom boom pa.
No, Florida is like it'd be like I've been smoking toad for 20 years.
Oh, down by the bayou.
One time I smoked so much toad I floated clean over the river.
God damn.
God damn.
Ah, damn.
Oh,
And
what
this
about?
today brings us to our sponsor.
This is the best way to trigger an audience to respond to things, like doing the
God
shittest
damn,
accents.
Doing a bad accent in Florida,
Yeah.
man.
What else? What
Just
else?
don't open the mouth, and then you're halfway
Okay,
there.
Yeah,
Christian.
yeah, yeah.
Christian, you haven't done an
Christian
accent
has to do a do a
He's
fucking
gotta
pojke.
do a fucking
Pojke, kan det
accent,
være med
What
something?
the fuck's the matter with
What's
you,
the
you
matter,
puss?
man? Do a fucking Vietnamese. Go on.
What?
I don't know.
Look,
Cambodia, go on.
did you see how he went whiter when he said what?
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Give
We
us
had we had a CEO once.
start with the Swiss accent. No, don't change
wait,
topic. We
I'm not
want
changing
accent.
topic. I'm getting to the
Yeah,
accent.
fucking pussy.
I was working for this investment company a while ago, and we had at some point the CEO changed. The CEO when I started there, he was this proper Brit, very stiff upper lip, and like golden pinky ring, all that sort of bullshit. Then this guy from Belgium takes over. It's a French guy, French-speaking Belgian, and he always said, "You have to focus. You have to focus. We have to focus to be successful."
Nice.
That was So
That
focus.
was a
Huh?
good accent, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
You've been hanging out with Benjamin for
Should we do?
No, but he has a.
Should we all do Ben accents and then cut
No.
a video? Come on, let's do Ben
No, no.
impressions and
This-
then make a video of it.
That's horrible.
That's funny. Ben will love it.
There's worse ones we can do.
We can do impressions of comedians from the scene, but
um,
bonjour.
go.
I am.
Well,
My name is not Benjamin. No, my name is not
no,
Benjamin.
don't do his jokes.
I am.
Don't do that.
don't know. That's
Don't do that.
horrible.
You can do his
You're
accent.
not gonna burn material.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, you pussies. Everyone's okay. Well,
No, no one does.
Yeah, nobody does
It's
that.
not a thing we do. Harry.
It's okay. I agree. Benjamin's a prick. Love you, man.
No, that's not what I'm saying. All right, who do you want to do an accent of?
No, I'm still unsatisfied here. Tell me why. Tell me.
That's all this is about.
Tell me.
You wanna be allowed to do
Tell
an
me
Indian
I
accent.
want to do it. Tell me why I cannot. This is why we get cancelled in the future. It's because Dean's been caught being a racist online. But I still have no good argument. Nobody's giving me a good argument why not to. I wish we had a panel of experts, but nobody listens to our podcast.
Well, I think the real answer is that you can totally do it.
I'll do what I want.
It's just, I mean, one thing is you'll get some people that go, I'm offended. I mean, audiences pull back on that, but they don't pull.
They really do.
They don't pull back because they're like, you're being an asshole. They pull back because
the accent is shite.
No, because they're afraid themselves. Like, I might get seen with a racist, and they're in panic mode. So you gotta. I mean, I think maybe on the bit you gotta find a way to make them feel comfortable. But
so you're saying that like I could potentially go and do any accent I want as long as people understand that it's not being racist, and even if it is, as long as they feel comfortable.
You know what? I'm probably gonna start speaking in a strong Swiss
Fucking-
German accent when I speak English in the future.
That's a good
Do you
I
ever
think
want
that's.
friends or to get laid again?
I think that's
can you?
very good
I
for
hate
me.
this. Can you please shut up? Nobody actually gives a shit what you think. Stupid Ausländer.
This could be a real game changer in my comedy career.
Why do you sound like a
Nice.
comedian that I know?
Oh,
Good
fuck.
and all, big meat and all.
Oh, fuck.
Anyway, what any actual plugs this time?
So I'm doing 4 shows in the next. Check out In Your Face Comedy. The shows are going up on Facebook, Instagram, meetup.com, Event Frog. It's everywhere. Look at it. Come support one of the shows. We'd appreciate it. The shows that get up to like 30, 40 people. The comedians are happy if you arrive. And we got the big one. The big 16.
Big 16.
16th of...
It's
which
finally.
one? No, September.
It's almost as if the show's coming of age. Big 16.
Yeah,
which means
it's
Harry's
third-
going to try and fuck it.
Do you remember
Third
that?
time.
No drinking for you.
Do you
my friend.
remember that MTV show?
Which one?
My Sweet 16.
Yeah, I love that show.
Ugh.
It was disgusting.
She would do anything.
Wait,
My Sweet 16.
29th of September,
Billy,
ladies and
hold
gentlemen.
It's a Billy Idol
why
song.
does Harry know the theme song to the his show?
Because it's a famous song by Billy Idol. It's called My Sweet 16.
You're not using it as pornography, are you?
No, it was... I grew up that song. Billy Idol... You don't know
Billy
who
Idol is older than
I
he
get
was
it, yeah.
massive. He was
That's
up there.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
used to be, yeah. 29th of September at Volkshaus, great comedy gala.
Who's on the comedy gala? Give us some names.
Peter Flanagan.
Peter
Peter fucking
Can we do an
Flanagan.
Irish accent?
Peter fucking Flanagan.
We got Peter fucking Flanagan. He's a fucking crack,
He's
that
come
fella.
there to the
Hey, he's
fucking
coming
comedy
back.
gala
He's been here a couple of times
on the
before.
29th of
Fucking-
September.
Fucking great
Fucking
lad. That
hit.
Peter
And,
Flanagan.
Love that
Who
man.
else we
It's
got?
good, mate.
Javier Castells.
Oh,
Javier.
Senorita.
Is he bringing some paella? I want to like
Why
some
do you
paella.
always go Italian?
I don't know.
It's weird.
I fucking-
And then we have Snorlok Ludwigsdottir, who's from a rock in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. That was Icelandic, by the way. I
Icelandic.
fucking nailed it.
was
He's
pretty good.
coming
That
to
was pretty
make
good.
the comedy here.
That was good.
Yeah, okay. And come on, hit us with the last one.
And
on.
my
Who
very
is
good
it?
friend, John O'Duffy, mate. He's
All right.
All right, son.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
He's from...
yeah, nah,
He's
yeah.
from down
Down
under,
under,
down
yeah,
under.
yeah,
Tie
yeah.
my kangaroo down.
That's
sport.
a really
Fucking
big
hell.
bloody spider.
He John O'Duffy. He
What
grew
a-
up on Rolf
Shut
Harris.
up.
Oh,
What a
Rolf Har-
beauty.
I can't hold an Australian accent either.
What a
mate.
beauty.
What a fucking guy.
All around legend, John O'Duffy. He's
Jono.
coming. Jano is coming to Volkshaus on the 29th. Grab your tickets. They're actually selling fast again. And it's going to be heaps of fun. Come along.
Ignore all those gigs. Come to watch 16th of September and watch Dean do an Indian accent. Okay? If you don't come, I'll be very upset.
Can I do an impression of me?
Wow, that is so meta.
Yeah. Are you going to do a grooming?
Look, being on this podcast, it fucking triggers me all the fucking time. I got to sit next to you two cunts dealing with your fucking issues. It's a fucking disgrace, isn't it?
I'll give you that.
Cool.
That was good.
That was
That's very good.
impression of me. We should do more. We should have a regular impression
Yeah.
section.
Why am I more uncomfortable Harry doing his actual accent versus
It's actually
anything
no my accent. I'm from Hampshire. I'm from Hampshire.
in Old Hampshire?
Hampshire. With a bit more sort of, I grew up around farmers' boys.
Okay. See you guys.
Okay, I
later.
need to go to a gig. Bye.
Bye.